Good day, people. Now, if you just want to skip ahead to all the collection continuations, if you were to look at the description of this video, you'll see if you scroll down that there's all the chapters presented for every single collection continuation that is mentioned in this video. So if you just want to skip ahead and just want to know about all the new potential skins that might be coming out for collections, of course, feel free to skip ahead. The option's there and available to you. I just wanted to point it out to all of you. And with that, good day, Rust Skin Enjoyers. I hope you're doing alright, because it's time for the Rust Workshop skin checks. Yes, over the past weekend and as of Monday, we've had a select number of very interesting, cool-looking skins being submitted, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at all of them with the financial perspective in mind. Yes, we're on a hunt to identify any potential collection continuations. For you see, with every new collection continuation that is accepted in a future Rust store, we tend to see the pre-existing skins from the same collection having a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. So if we can anticipate that, we might want to consider investing into that collection, anticipating the eventual release, potentially to see that new continuation being accepted. It's all in an effort to make some sweet, delicious looking profit. So with the likes of SCM.app, we'll be using this to help visualize, is everything going to be alright, potentially wanted to jump in and invest into this collection, or are there going to be some issues which probably would want us to step away from it? SCM will help us out. Now, before we jump in and start talking about all the new skins, you're probably wondering, Hedge, what's this, a followed authors list? Yes, this is very nice and very convenient to have. I have all the newest skins conveniently showcased to me just like this. And if you want to get this set up for yourself, well, if you were to look in the top right corner of this video right now, a special card has appeared. If you were to click it, it'll navigate you to a specially prepared video showcasing the various different ways in which you can build up your own followed authors list. Consider giving it a watch. And before we properly get started, we should also mention that there is a brand new top picks list put out by TGG. Give this a good look. This is the official list, alright? So TGG is the one who goes through all the skins, curates them, makes sure they're all of the quality standard to be accepted to Rust, and then this list is what is shown to likes of Face Punch, and then they'll pick their skins from this list. So please consider going through all of that, and you could also consider watching their newest video, which I'll showcase to you right now in a second, so let's scroll up. It is located right there, and as you can see, it's right there. Yep. Oh, look. Straight away, wearing white-out burlap clothing. Do you reckon that potentially might have a good chance of being accepted? Well, keep your fingers crossed for this Thursday. So yeah, go take a look at Mr. That German Guy's newest video. Right then, so as you are aware, we're going to be using the likes of SCM.app to help us out. And here is the newest batch of Rust Workshop skin submissions, 99. Yep, we're back to normal basically. Well, normal would be like over 100, like 110 every single week, but yeah. We've got a lot more skins compared to the previous weeks. I'm going to try my best to go through all of these within a reasonable pace. Bear with me, I'll try. But yeah, I'm going to try my best to go through all of this. Now remember, my main intention is to talk about collection continuations. My apologies if you're a skin creator and I only briefly look at your skin, but I have to stick with the main theme and the main focus of what this video is. Plus, I don't want to sit here forever, and I'm sure you don't want to either. And don't forget, look in the description of this video if you want to get to the link of this new collection, and you can sit there right now and listen in as we go through all of these skins. And don't forget, always consider voting yes or no if you happen to like any of the skins or not, and also consider dropping a nice comment or two if you happen to like a skin. Keep them motivated to want to keep putting out very nice creative designs in the future. Sounds good? Cool. So, gentlemen, shall we get started with the likes of Deployables? And don't forget, look in the description of this video if you want to get to the link of this brand new collection, and we could go through all the skins together. Wouldn't that be nice? Right, let's start off. We have a Calamity Fridge. Right, so, ever since we had Halloween, I was not surprised to see the likes of many other skin creators trying to get their own fridge skins being accepted. And well, we've had plenty more submissions, and we've had plenty of interesting creative designs. So, Mr. Shetbon, why do you obsess over scary things so much? I don't know, but hey, if you like the sight of this fridge, if you think it looks very cool, very scary, why not consider voting yes or no? Best of luck to you, sir. Right, now we have a whole bunch of rugs to talk about, and there is a lot of collection continuations to discuss. So here we have the Sunflower Rug made by Cubist and Alma. Very nice, cute and straight to the point. If you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Now we have the first collection continuation to talk about. This is the Constellations rug. So let's bring up the likes of the Constellations collection and talk about what we could potentially see from happening if this were to be accepted. So this is a deployable only collection, as you can see right here. Very nice. And typically, with what we normally say, if we tend to see a deployable collection like this, every new deployable that's accepted afterwards usually leads to the likes of these skins having a bit of a spike in demand and a spike in price. Now, unfortunately, they're down a fair bit. Post-Christmas this year wasn't exactly super great, and as we've now, had at least 2 weeks since the likes of the Force White, it's not exactly doing superb at the moment. But if we were to see this rug potentially being accepted, is it expected that it would have a nice positive increase in demand and likes of these skins? Yes, it would be anticipated. But I don't know if the current post-Christmas situations kind of put a damper on everything. Regardless, by default, I do expect the likes of a spike in demand, spike in price. So if you're curious and think it might have a decent chance of being accepted, feel free to go and give it a shot. But I will sit here and say, Gavenzi last year put out so many skins for the likes of this collection, and he only walked away with two acceptances. So if that sounds a little bit wary, but then again, maybe this year will be different. Maybe we shall see. But at the end of the day, should we anticipate spike in demand, spike in price? Yes, by default, with the likes of Deployables, I would expect it. But Rust's been a little bit weird. The Rust economy has been a little bit weird. Regardless, if you happen to like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Gavenzi. Next up, we have Adobe Rug. Now, this is the version 2 default version, and then we have a different version here with transparency. So, this is made by Vlek, and if you don't remember, he actually produced some doors. Do you remember the garage door? Do you remember the sheet metal door? Well, here they all are. Double door never got in, unfortunately. But here we have the likes of a rug skin. So yeah, that's got quite a decent amount of... But in all fairness, you could put that on like any wall, and it would kind of make it look a fair bit like run down and whatnot. At the end of the day, that's actually a pretty cool approach, the transparent version. And at the very least, if you don't like it, you can always get the likes of the regular non-transparent version. It's up to you. But let's go take a look at the Adobe collection and see how that's holding up. Now, very awkwardly, there's like 2 Adobe sets, I believe. Which one's the right one? I think it's this one. Yep, okay. So from what you can see there, yeah, those doors aren't doing very well, unfortunately. I do believe, out of all the building skins, Adobe ended up becoming the one that's like got the least interest. Even though, weirdly, it's like the first building skin we ever got. So, that's unfortunate. But yeah, looking at the site of that, I guess there's just not really that much demand. So if we were to see a new deployable being accepted, would everything suddenly magically work? Would everything suddenly work out so much better? I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I feel like this is more of an issue of the overall demand with the likes of this building skin. Like, it was special once, but... we got like the brick skin, we got brutalist. Maybe it's just not so special anymore. But at the very least, if you do happen to like it, you probably would like the design of this. And if you think you want to see that being accepted, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Vlek. But overall, the likes of what I see here, I personally don't want to jump in and make an investment. I don't think there's enough demand for it. But Hedge, what about the acceptance and whatnot? Even then, I don't think it'll last long. So I'd rather avoid it. Especially with what you see here with the prices. It doesn't look like it's doing a good job with that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then lastly, we have a return of the Molten Visage collection produced by Mr. Trix. You might remember these various skins that are accepted before. The Armour door, large box, sheet metal door, garage door, small box. How long am I going to be here for? Yeah, there's a lot of skins that have been accepted. So it's been quite a while. I think the last one was a wooden door to be accepted. Well, Hedge, you got this right here in front of you. So let's go over to here and remind ourselves, was it the wooden door? I think it was for... Yeah, complete the sets 2022. So it's been about a year and a half almost since we saw the last Molten Visage skin to be accepted, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, back in 2023 he made an AK. Mr. Trix wasn't accepted, unfortunately, but could we potentially see a Molten Visage rug get a good look at that glow-in-the-dark style? That looks pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, I could see things working out a fair bit better, but look at it. We've got like a pretty strong looking collection right there. But some of these skins are not doing very well. Now, let me just kind of point this out to you. Personally, if you were to invest into this, I probably would avoid the wooden door and the sheet metal door. All the other skins are fair game. So my answer is, if that rug were to be accepted, could we see a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price? I would think, yes, it would have a decent push. I don't think it's going to be insane, though. And as I said, I'd probably step away from the likes of the sheet metal door and the wood door, maybe even the garage door. But overall, yeah, for the rest of these skins, I think it could work out quite alright. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, do you happen to like what you see here? Do you happen to like the design of the Molten Visage rug? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Tricks. Now we can move on to the likes of a small box, and yet again, it's another collection continuation. Yes, it's the return of the Abyss Deployables. We have the likes of the Abyss small box, a version 2. So, yep, very scary monster small box. Don't put your hand in the hole. What do you mean, Hedge? That hole. Nah. You shouldn't. You shouldn't do it. No. Anyway, so Abyss Collection, how are you currently doing? Right, well, during the likes of post-Christmas, it did quite alright, but it didn't really go up insanely. But there was a point where all of these skins were... No, actually, all of these skins, except these two, were in the positive. Now, Deployables have slipped a fair bit, which is quite unfortunate. But my answer to you is same thing with what we previously just mentioned. Even though we got like a full collection here, the Deployables kind of isolate themselves. And if we were to see the small box being accepted, yes, I would feel the likes of those Deployables will have a bit of a spike in demand, spike in price. Would it be insane? I don't think so. But I do still expect it. So maybe just don't go all in on the likes of some of those skins. Or maybe you're like me, who already owns a whole bunch of them. Regardless, if you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Little Ranger, Graham Crowan. And will we see even more Abyss skins? We'll find out. We did just literally have the gloves being accepted, didn't we? I just realised that. Well, potentially the return of the Deployables. And what would you like to see? What else could potentially be made that you'd like to see? Feel free to comment. Right, so now we're going to look at the likes of these large boxes. Oh yeah, and then there's this furnace situation, so I've got to talk about that. Right, so first up with the large boxes, we have the likes of this electric furnace. This is produced by Mr. Sadist. Get a good look at this. It glows in the dark. It's hot to the touch. Please avoid touching it. Why have you put it on ice, Sadist? It's going to melt. Anyway, large box, goofy idea, goofy design, and if you happen to like it, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Especially to you, all of you role players. How are you going to cook your food? You're going to need a stove, aren't you? So, yeah, consider it. Best of luck to you, Mr. Sadist. Then we have the Monster Large Box. This is produced by Wirecat and Kusel, and that looks quite creepy. That would have been perfectly fine for Halloween, but hey, you can always put out a creepy skin whenever you want. Looks creepy. Glows in the dark, as you can see. Very nice, very cool, and if you happen to like it, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Let's move on. Right, Mr. House. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but I have to sit here and tell you something. And this applies to all the newer skin creators. So, first of all, yes, this is a collection continuation. But House, you submitted 2 skins this week. You can't do that. You're actively killing your chances in getting a potential acceptance. You're not supposed to submit 2 separate skins a week. You might sit there and say, but some people do it. No, no, no. You have seen the likes of some people putting out variations. You're not supposed to submit 2 different skins. If other people are doing it, don't copy them. They're not being smart. They're not getting their skins accepted because they're breaking the rules. So avoid this, please. I'm not going to talk about this furnace because of that, but I will talk about the collection continuation. So try your best to avoid breaking of rule. You're only supposed to submit 1 skin a week, but you're allowed to have variations of them. For example, if you wanted to have transparency in this box, you could have this regular box and one with holes in it. That would be fine, because it's still the same entity, but with a slight change. You could even add some colour to it. It's up to you. You could make it glow in the dark, it's up to you, but it's still a variation. That's allowed, but not 2 separate skins. Alright, let's focus this now. Legacy Large Wood Box. So what you can see here is another attempt for a new collection continuation from the likes of that door skin that we had not too long ago. Yep. So we had the wooden door accepted, and then we saw the likes of the small box being produced, the large box being produced, and now we have a second version of the large box. So my answer to you is, if we were to see the likes of that large box potentially being accepted, I would sit here and say the wooden door potentially has a bit of a chance going somewhere, but then again, how much did it sell? I mean, it was the first week, wasn't it? I think it's the first week. Was it December 28? I think it was December 28. It was. Yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, it's already going down. And literally just this past week, we had another wooden door being accepted that sold for 99 cents. That one, right there. And then we've literally just been given the old school wooden door as a Twitch drop. So overall, I don't think it really has that much chance in ever improving. But again, if we do see the likes of a new deployable collection potentially being, produced, everything could work out from then on with the likes of the large box. But honestly, House, if you don't see any other acceptance, after this attempt, maybe consider making something new from here and now. It looked like Face Punch just wanted one extra legacy theme skin back then, but it looks like we're past that phase now. We're now looking towards the future, so consider that. But yeah, I don't think investing into the likes of the wooden door is going to make that much of a difference. Right, shall we move over to the likes of looking at furnaces? So here we go. Alright, Grenade Furnace, made by WAGAN. Oh, what a lovely gift. Thank you very much, Mr. WAGN. That's exactly what I wanted to see. And I'm pretty sure everybody else. So, yep, it's literally a furnace. Why are you setting it on... Wait, why are you cooking with a grenade? Wouldn't that explode? Mr. WAGN, I think we've got some health and safety concerns. But anyway, regardless, if you happen to like what you see here, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Right, then we got Mr. Y9J and 3463 Freeze Wax Furnace. Get a good look at this. It's all waxy, it's melty, and pretty silly. And if you happen to like it, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Then we have the Gold Ore Furnace. Gentlemen, do you love gold? Well, it's not refined, you need to cook it. But yeah, it's a bit of a goofy idea, produced by the likes of Bad Trip and Hulk. If you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and consider voting yes or no. With furnaces out of the way, we can now start talking about the likes of the sleeping bags. Oh no, I mistook that for a... Okay, I've noticed that's not a sleeping bag. I will work my way around this, and I'll make a correction by the time the video's out. So let's go through the sleeping bags. It was shaped like one. I got tricked. Alright, so first up with the likes of the sleeping bags, we have the snow-covered sleeping bag. Get a good look at this. So I'll be honest with you, I think a lot of people would appreciate something like that. If you want to hide your sleeping bag out in the tundra, the Arctic, the snow, that actually might work out quite alright. The brown stones probably give it away a fair bit, but we'll see. Hashaki, best of luck to you. Gentlemen, if you'd like to see the likes of a camouflage-style sleeping bag for the snowy environments, look no further. Please consider voting yes or no for the likes of the snow-covered sleeping bag. Then we got this goofy design produced by I'm John 3D. This is the Energo, or Energio. I don't know how to pronounce that. Energo sleeping bag. We have a version 1 and a version 2, and both of them do, in fact, glow in the dark. So, probably shouldn't have a... Oh, there we go. Right, perfect. I couldn't show the other picture because he had a light shining on it. That's cheating. That doesn't prove it's glow in the dark. Anyway, glow in the dark, as you can see. And, yeah, very nice, very cool. And you know what? As I can show... Where am I? There you go. There's the both of them. So we don't really need to look at the other page. But yeah. Do you happen to prefer yellow or do you happen to prefer purple? Feel free to consider voting yes or no for either of them. Best of luck to you, Mr. I Am John 3D. Next up, we have Holodno with his two variations. He has a green sleeping bag right here, which we can see, very nice and shiny. Now, I don't think that's going to be great camouflage, because like I said, it's shiny. But overall, green sleeping bag, still very good. And you can see its counterpart, the variety, the alternate version, the white one, the snow one. All right, I can't believe I mumbled that, sorry. But yep, let's go take a look at the sleeping bag white version. Yep, get a good look at that. More like a silver, if anything. It's still good. Regardless, gentlemen, it's up to you. Which one do you prefer? Feel free to consider voting yes or no for either one of them. Alright, so best of luck to you, Mr. Holodno. Alright, now we have the Valhalla wooden door. This is produced by Mr. Legacy. Get a good look at this. That looks very cool. I will give that like that. That's cool. So, very nice. Do you need a new wooden door? Well, actually, we just had that Twitch drop. It's a bit awkward timing, but regardless, you never know. If you like that, if you appreciate, please consider voting yes or no. Right, now I can go back over here and grab this guy. We're now talking about sheet metal doors. So let's just go grab a whole bunch of these. And let's go talk about sheet metal doors. First up, we have Vitriol. Is that supposed to be Vitriol? Is that what you meant to go for? Dio? Vitriol? Am I saying it? Is that what it's supposed to be? Regardless, okay. This sheet metal door, let's go with that. Produced by Dio. Get a good look at that. It's like all nice and mosaic. Is that like a different word for mosaic? I don't know. Feel free to comment, Mr. Dio. But yep, very nice, very cool. Interesting looking design. And of course, it glows in the dark. So if you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Dio. Sorry for kind of getting everything mixed up. Now we have the likes of the Plague Metal Door. This looks a bit scary. Look at that. So this is produced by Oasis and Schumer. Get a good look at that. And does it spread easily? So anyway, glows in the dark, looks quite cool, and if you happen to like this type of design, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Then we have the Depth Guardian, produced by Andre. Do you like sharks? Do you like muscular sharks? Don't type that in Google Images. Anyway, don't. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. If you happen to like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Andre. Next up, we have a glow-in-the-dark reactor door. This is produced by Voodoo. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Stands out quite nice indeed. Yes. Do you happen to like it? Well, now's your chance. With the power of your vote, you can consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Voodoo. Right, okay, this is a funny door. I have to quickly point this out to you. So this might not look much up close, but it's the alternate version. Well, actually, technically, this was the alternate version. It's a little bit of a story, but yeah, this is the default version of this malevolent door. It's glow in the dark, has this bright blue symbol, very nice, straightforward chains, has railings here for some reason. What's that all about? We'll explain. So what actually happened was this was the original, the transparent version, and we had to speak to Mr. Ghost because he produced two different versions of a transparent version, and essentially, having spoken with him, we pointed out that to have a much better chance potentially seeing the likes of one of these doors being accepted, you should have actually focused having a normal door that isn't transparent and a transparent door. You see these railings right here? Do you notice how you can see a light right there? Yeah, that is like chest height see-through mesh. And then you have like a hole here as well and a hole here as well. It's a bit ridiculous. But to improve his chances of potentially seeing a skin being accepted, I said consider making one that wasn't transparent to partner with the transparent version. Because the original variation he had was the same thing as this, but a yellow light. But yeah, we convinced him to change it up. So yes, if you'd like to see a brand new transparent sheet metal door potentially being accepted in a future Rust store, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Ghost. Best of luck to you. Scrolling down, we're here looking at the likes of the garage doors now. Got an interesting batch. There's a lot of them this week. There is a lot of them. And cats. And we've got an armoured door, double wooden door, and double sheet metal door. Let's go through all of these very nicely. First up, we have the Fortress Gate. This is produced by Trakmer. Yes, indeed. Very nice, very cool. But it has a variation that we have to talk about. Shall we get to that point now, Mr. Trakmer? Yeah, he made a gate. He quite literally made a gate. So yeah, this is a garage door with a ton of transparency, and it's not too hard to notice. That's not a black portion of the garage door. That is quite literally just the black background. This is transparent all the way through. So yeah, it's a little bit overkill. I don't think that's going to be allowed. Look, listen, Mr. Trakmer, with what we just had with the whole fiasco with the likes of the industrial, what was it called? I've already forgotten it. Industrial Bloodgate, yes, the original one. Too much transparency is just not going to happen, I'm afraid. A little bit would have been fine, but not this much. This is taking it a little bit too far. Unless Facepunch decide otherwise. So, I sure hope they actually check up on this and make sure it's not. That seems to be the rumour based on the original Industrial Bloodgate, if you can't remember, had like that amount of transparency. It was ridiculous. But apparently Facepunch didn't properly check it themselves. I don't know. But it was literally just before the Force Wipe for December, before like the big anniversary stuff. So they're probably preoccupied with time. Anyway, regardless, if you happen to like it, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Let's now move on. Here we have the likes of the Fine Riveted Garage Door, produced by Salitra. Get a good look at this. Nothing too crazy, a lot more grounded. You know, if you don't care too much about super colourful, in-your-face, crazy designs, you just want something that looks like a garage door, look no further, we have a perfect option for you. And if you happen to like this, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Salitra. Now we have the Arctic-based garage door, geared to Google this, produced by Chameleon and Barurik, sorry. Lost my tongue there as I was speaking too fast. Yep, now, does this have transparency? Doesn't look like it. No mention of it either. No glow, but yeah, okay. That doesn't appear to be transparent. Kelmo, if that is transparent, remember you have to point it out. But from what I can see, it doesn't look like it. So regardless, if you have to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you two. Right. This is different. So Zskipper and Dark Schneider came up with a very unique idea this week. They decided to do a rug garage door. So yeah, you're basically rolling up a rug. Look at it. Look at it. In terms of a fun creative idea, that's spot on. They've actually done a very good job with this, and it does look like the bottom has transparency. So not only is that like thematically making sense, but that's really cool. I can't help but sit here and say that's probably my most favourite garage door of this week. In terms of theme and, you know, the realistic reason behind having transparency at the bottom. Fair enough, fair enough. And I know a lot of people would appreciate something like that because with the way certain people build up their bases and whatnot, they like to peek through at the bottom of garage doors. If you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no for the carpet garage door transparent version. Yes, best of luck to you two, gentlemen. Right, then we have the targeted garage door. Here is Kosem skin of the week. He has not produced a legacy Kevlar skin. He wants to take a bit of a break from it, fair enough. So in the meantime, here's another transparent garage door. Head height, visibility. If you like what you see, please consider voting yes or no. Is that a little bit too ridiculous? Feel free to comment. You know what? In regards to the whole situation, talking about the likes of transparency and visibility, what's your opinion? What's your stance? Would something like that be too much still? I mean, I'll be honest with you, I still think I would still think that. But, I don't know, it's up to Facebook at the end of the day, isn't it? Regardless, with what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no if you happen to like it. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kosem. Where's the vest and the coffee can? And a jacket. Come on, Legacy Kevlar, we need more. Come on. Moving on, we have the first contact garage door produced by Sad Happy. I thought that's a gift there. And yeah, it's just basically like a UFO abducting someone. Very straightforward design with the likes of the neon approach. But you know what? I know for a fact a lot of people do like that style of neon. So hey, maybe it might work out very nicely for the likes of Sad Happy. If you happen to like this and you'd like to see it potentially being accepted in the future Rust door, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Sad Happy. Best of luck. Then we have cats, gentlemen. Cats. Do you see this cat? What about that cat? What about that cat over there? That cat is on the floor. That cat is lying down. That's a fat cat. That's a funny cat. That's a cat. That's a cat. They're all cats. They're all cats. Cats, gentlemen. Cats. Look at all the cats. They glow in the dark as well. Glow in the dark cats. Is there anything else you need in this world? Cats. Right, so if you happen to like cats, best of luck to you, the likes of Mr. Anubis Dunk. Please consider voting yes or no. I did that in the wrong order. Cats. Moving on. We have the armoured container door. And I can't help but be reminded of a familiar armoured door. What am I reminded of? If I type in container, I think we'll find it. Wasn't there a green one? I don't think it's made by him. Right, I'm thinking I'm better off looking at the likes of the Steam market in this situation. Maybe? Alright, let's go over to here. I'm just going to click this real quickly. Take me to the Rust Steam market. Go! Why is it so slow? Shouldn't be. Steam market's been a bit meh recently. Container. Yeah, I'm sure we have an armoured door. Door, container, yeah, there we are, right. So, looks very similar to this, but coloured red instead. But then again, that came out like 7 years ago, and I'm not joking there. So, back over to here. Just want to reiterate, that is made by someone else. Actually, is it? Let's go down memory lane. Who made this? If it is Mad Polly, I'm going to be very surprised. Come on, who was it? The answer is Godji. Wow, I don't remember them. Sorry to say. Sorry, Godji. Sorry. But yeah, that was made a long time ago. So the likes of this, I mean, hey, why not? I like red. Do you like red? Do you like to see more red? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Mad Polly. Right, collection continuation time. I am looking at this with a lot of optimism. Okay, so let's just kind of get this point across. Go take a look at all the Neon Vibes skins, the deployables. So again, talking about deployables, if we see a new deployable skin potentially being accepted, these pre-existing deployable skins are expected to go up in price ever so nicely. Now, unfortunately, we have seen the likes of the large box not being noticed or accepted. Small box, didn't happen. Armored door, well, it's the next one. Diaz, if you're out there, please consider doing a version 2 of these. You could just resubmit them, you know you can. Like, keep trying, because people do like this, and as you can see, the prices have held. Quite a lot of Ruskins have suffered, but you can still see the likes of this doing alright. A sheetman, a door in the positive, that's a rare sight to see. A furnace in the positive, that's a rare sight to see. Oh yes, for sure. So, basically, if we go take a good look at this, because there's a very lovely looking picture over here that we can take a look at. Yep, this is the one. All of them on display. Not the boxes, unfortunately. But, yeah. That is an in-demand collection. And if I were to just quickly show you where all those skins currently stand on the Steam market, they don't have that much quantity. They do not have that much quantity. So with the furnace here, it did what? How many sales? Like almost 20,000? 53 in the market. What? Oh, sorry about that. I kind of hiccuped. Yeah, I was so shocked. But yeah, look at the state of that. No, this isn't like a bad thing. This is a good thing. Like there's a 14 there, awkward. But after that, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. There's nothing there. Nothing there. If we do see a new deployable for the Neon Vibes collection being accepted, for sure. So that's going to get bought out. That's going to rise up in price. And there's nothing stopping it going all the way up to $5 and beyond. That very likely has a very good future ahead of it regardless. The very nice, colourful design, the pink interior, very special and very unique compared to all the other furnaces. With the likes of this sheepman door, as I said a little bit earlier, very rare sight to see a sheepman door in the positive. And when you look at the state of it in regards to the spread of the quantities, there is nothing there. No resistance. Nothing stopping it from going, preventing it from going up in price if there were to be a spike in demand. Well, if a new deployable were to appear, spike in demand will happen. That is expected to rise up in price. And it looks like it could easily go above $4 without too much of a problem. So on the horizon, people, Neon Vibes is honestly like something that's just literally about to explode if it gets the expected continuation being accepted. So with what we have here, again, the spread is very thin. It easily looks like it could rise up in price. It just needs something to, give it a bit of a spike of demand. So what might that be? Well, I feel like I've already mentioned it. So, gentlemen, if you happen to like this Armour door design, get a good look at this. It's got a lovely little rainbow hatch, very colourful neon design aesthetic. Is this the type of skin that you'd like to see? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Diaz, and don't stop making more deplorables. Keep at it. We want to see more. Yes. Keep a rug. Screw it. Go make a rug. Water purifier. Yes. Give it a shot. You could even consider doing lockers. Vending machine? Yeah, no, go for it, mate. Give it a shot. This is very in demand, and I'm pretty sure if that were to be accepted, it will be getting a lot of sales. So, regardless, let's move on. Best of luck to you, sir. Now we have a very nice little continuation to talk about. It's a wooden double door. So, literally just this past week, as we can see over to here, we have this cozy wooden door, very weirdly selling for 99 cents. Yeah, with the charity skins coming out, it looks like Facepunch edited some of these skins a fair bit. Have you noticed this armour, clothing and armour here? Graded blue? It's not deployable. Yeah, Facepunch was a little bit weird this week. Did you notice the Pixel Decay hatchet and pickaxe selling at 99 cents instead of $2? Well, that's another silly thing. But yeah, instead of $1.49, this is selling for 99 cents, and it's almost done 10,000 sales. But like I've already mentioned earlier, with the likes of wooden door skins, they don't seem to be holding up very nicely. And as you can see, we've literally just got a very cool looking transparent meme door skin. I can't help but feel like that's going to have a very nice future ahead of it. No, I mean, of course it's free, sorry, but with the likes of this, I worry that it's not going to have a very good future ahead of it. Why did I completely mess that up? Regardless, point I'm trying to get across to you all of this, I don't imagine this is going to be retaining its value. Even though it's sold at a cheaper price, it's still expected to go below, maybe down to like 80 cents or whatever. But if we were to see this wooden double door being accepted, could that potentially help things out? Not really. I don't think that single wooden door is going to have a pretty future regardless. Sold nicely, props to Mr. Kazari, but with the likes of this wooden double door, things are different. We do not have that many wooden double door skins, do we? No. And we were actually very lucky to see the likes of that gingerbread wooden double door being accepted very recently. How's that currently holding up? Oh, it's only down by 2%. Out of all of these Christmas skins, that's the one that has like the least damage to it. That's interesting. And I also want to just quickly take a look and see, like, how many are listed on the Steam market? Only 50. Cool. Why is it cool? Well, we don't really have that many options overall, so that's very thin. Basically, take a look at the likes of this, and you'll see for yourself, out of all of the wooden double doors, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are marketable. These are a little bit more higher in price. Not too insanely high, but yeah, point remains. Simply due to the fact that we hardly ever see these being accepted, I can't help but feel like that skin by itself would be a perfectly fine investment by itself. Now, again, for the likes of role players and whatnot, I'm pretty sure they'd greatly appreciate something like that. Nothing too crazy, very realistic with its approach and whatnot. I'd like to see it being accepted. It'd be a nice thing to put some money towards. But regardless, at the end of the day, it's up to you what you do. But with what we already have, I don't think it's a good investment to chase after the wooden door. But this double wooden door, hey, as I already mentioned, we hardly ever see these being accepted. Consider voting yes or no for Kazaru's cozy wooden double door. Right, and last deplorable to talk about would be the likes of this Neon Cactus double door. Gentlemen, do you remember the Cactus door? God, that was like 2021? Yeah, here we go. Neon Cactus, where are you? Where are you? Sheep metal. I own them. I do own them. Was it called Cactus? Was it called something else? I can't remember. Cactus. There you go. Neon Cactus metal door. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, this is the only one that was accepted. I do believe there were other attempts. Didn't work out. Oh, look, there I am. Hello, Hedge. Right. So currently this is selling for just $2. It's a bit unfortunate. But, of course, with the likes of a new potential sheet metal double door on the horizon, could that potentially lead to a brand new collection? Could it potentially rise up in price? If there were more skins in this deplorable collection, I would definitely think this has a good chance of going up in price. But it's the only skin, the only Neon Cactus skin we already have. And the fact that there's a 28 and a 10 there, awkward. Yeah, I don't think that's going anywhere, unfortunately. It might. I mean, again, if we see more deplorables being produced and accepted from here and now, well, everything will work out all right for this in the end. Potentially. But anyway, let's put some more focus towards this specific skin itself, because this is a sheet metal double door. And let me tell you, if this were to be accepted by default, great investment immediately. First of all, second of all, whatever. It's a cool looking design. Nothing too crazy. Bit wacky, you know. Oh, it's like something you'd see in the back door of a bar toilet or something. But anyway. So, point is, go take a look at all the sheet metal double doors that exist. Sheet metal, please. Sheet metal double door. And what you'll see is every single sheet metal double door skin that exists is currently in the positive. The lowest price one is the deep sea double door. Every single one of them is in the positive. So I wouldn't mind a new double sheet metal door skin to be accepted. I'd greatly appreciate it. And would you? So if that interests you, please consider voting for K. Vladimir and Hello's Neon Cactus double sheet metal door. If that were to be accepted, I do expect some very nice, interesting things from here and now. Potentially, we shall see. And with that, I will sit here and say, out of all of the deplorable skins that we just saw, which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon has the best potential chance of being accepted in the near future? Please consider commenting below. Sorry, I was a little bit out of it there. I was trying to figure out what I was trying to say next. I thought I was talking about skin. Basically, please consider commenting below and say which of these deplorables was your most favourite. God, sorry. I paused there a little bit. I've been kind of like coughing and hiccuping for some strange reason, and it's kind of like made me stop for a brief second. Let me take a quick drink. Yeah, people will probably sit and say, Hedge, why not edit it out? Yeah, I feel like it's more fun and down to earth if I just do all of this in like one take. Sometimes I can't. It's unfortunate, but yeah. So, a lot more skins this week, and I expect even more from here on now. So we're probably looking at Rust Workshop skin checks having like up to 110 plus skins. I'm not looking forward to it. No, I'm not. But hey, you got to do it, don't you? So, thank you for watching, by the way. I do appreciate it. Gentlemen, shall we move on to talk about the likes of the weapons and the tools? Here we have a whole bunch of rocks. A whole bunch of rocks to take a look at. First of all, get a good look at this shine right here. I was expecting a bigger GIF. Alright, well, it's very nice and shiny. It's rather dented. Yes. Well, it looks like it. It's a bit awkward to look at, isn't it? It's cool, it's cool. So, do you happen to like the Shining Rock? Produced by Mr. JJ. Feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, sir. Next up, we have Mr. Spinoza's Headache Pills Rock. Yes, it's funny, because you smack people around the head with it, and it hurts, and then they have to take the headache pills. Ha ha ha. It's goofy, it's silly, and hey, if you happen to like the idea of that, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Spinoza. Okay, so you know how last year we had a whole bunch of animal themed rock skins and whatnot, and they did very nicely, sold very nicely. A decent amount of them ended up becoming very nice investments. Well, do you want to see it happen all over again? What we have here is Mr. Squish Pig. Do you like what you see? He's got a... Oh, actually, that might cause problems. I remember what happened to the Easter Trick Rock. Well, regardless. If you like what you see, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Decap. Let's move on. Now we have a collection continuation to talk about. This is produced by Nolfut and Jimmy Tedeschi. If you can remember the AK being accepted for the very first Rust Store of 2024, we have seen some collection continuations. They haven't been accepted yet, but the two of these, both of these gentlemen thought to themselves, well, why don't we just like make a rock out of it, you know? And I'll be honest with you, that does look quite cool. But is it enough for you? Do you crave more? Well, at the end of the day, if you happen to like it, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Nolfut and Jimmy Tedeschi. But with the point I said, if you want to see more out of it, consider offering a nice comment. Offer some suggestions if you must. So, moving on, with the likes of this here, we have to talk about the likes of that AK. Would the likes of a rock skin magically cause an AK to go up in price? No. Sorry. But, yeah, no, this was doomed from the start. It's an AK that doesn't really stand out too much. Plus, it's the very first AK of 2024. You'd be a fool to assume that this is going to magically do all right. And then quite literally the next week, we had a cool-looking AK come out. Yeah, awkward. And that has a very useful aim sight. Very cool. So anyway, look at all the other AKs that came out during the likes of 2023, and pretty much every single one of them is in negative. It's not looking good for them, is it? Nope. Nope. So no, I don't think the likes of that rock magically causing the likes of the AK to go up in price. I think it's doomed by itself because it's an AK. Not because of the skin, because it's an AK. Far too many options available to us, and rarely do you ever see a new one ever go up in price that much. So it's awkward. Sorry to say that, Mr. Nolfut and Jimmy Tedeschi, but at the end of the day, if people like it, please consider voting yes or no for the Blackstone Rock. Moving on, we have some tools to take a look at. We have this Superior Knife, and then we've got these Plaque tools, Dark Blue tools, and then a collection continuation. Oh, two to talk about, right? Okay then. So Sir Q, currently trying to build up a brand new collection, it seems. He's produced this Superior Knife. Get a good look at this. Now, quick question. I believe we have asked this before, and I'll ask you again. When was the last combat knife skin to be accepted? Think on it. Think on it. Right. Okay, I'm going to go find it now. So, what's your answer? The last marketable one, I should have said. Sorry. Well, the last marketable one to be accepted was 2020, which you can see right here. But the last ones to actually be accepted was during offline TV era. We got the likes of these very special streamer skins. So, that was nice. That was cool. But point is, we haven't seen a combat knife skin being accepted in about 4 years. What is up with that? I don't know. It's not like they're not being used, right? You definitely bring around with knives, aren't you? But at the end of the day, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. But wasn't this like a... Yeah. So I believe he produced the original versions sometime before. He's now come back to it, trying to see if he can produce even more. But see this potentially being his new collection. If you aren't fully well aware, Circuit's been around for a very long time, and, well, he's the man behind the likes of the From Hell collection. So but he's been very successful in the past, and he's trying to get a brand new thing started. So if that sounds interesting to you, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Right. You have spelt this wrong, haven't you, OneSQ and Ishvik? That's not plaque, that's plague. It's a G, not a Q. Regardless, the use of transparency here is looking pretty clever. Look at that. That actually looks really nice. That's a smart idea. And if you like it, well, please consider voting yes or no for that. But I should point out, there are different versions. Here we have the likes of the one without the transparency. But in terms of creative use of that transparency, I will give you a thumbs up. So that's the original, technically speaking. Actually, no, this was this version 1, this clearly was the original intention, but they produced this just because they probably thought, we should probably provide that just in case. I have made mention of that earlier. If you're going to make a transparent skin, do consider also making a counterpart that is not transparent. You're allowed to do that. It's a variation. It's allowed. So, yep, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. OneSQ and Ishvik. Let's move on. Now we have the Dark Boo tools, stone tools made by the likes of Mr. Robstar. So I'm pretty sure he's definitely thinking about producing this, turning this into a brand new full-fledged collection. We shall see. Not sure what Dark Boo stands for or references. My apologies, I don't know in this very instance. But at the very end, at the end of the day, what am I doing? If you happen to like what you see, feel free to consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Robstar. We'll see what happens next. And, well, next is a talk about the likes of the Ninja Collection, because we have new Ninja skins to talk about. So, not too long ago, we had that Ninja AR being accepted. And since then, there have been attempts to have more of this collection. But, well, turn it into a collection, I should say. But unfortunately, it hasn't really led to anything. It is also very unfortunate because this is like the top-selling AK-47 that's ever existed. I'm pretty sure it's definitely over 45,000. Consider all the private accounts. So yeah, this sold an absurd amount, and if you were to go take a look at it on the Steam market right now, it's actually doing a decent job retaining its value. But would we potentially see a spike in demand, a spike in price, if we were to see tools being accepted? Well, my answer to you is I wouldn't really. For most collections that only consist of weapons or tools, it doesn't really hold up very well. But we have seen in the past instances of the likes of the Redemption Collection and the Chameleon Collection holding up quite alright. But they look cool. They are very nice and shiny, and people appreciated that. Will the same thing happen with the likes of the Ninja Collection? So the AK is doing alright at the moment. It's all black. When you aim down the sight, you've got a very cool pair of eyes staring at you. Very sinister. But would that apply to every single other skin? I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is a collection continuation. I wanted to bring that up. Oh, is the eyes there? No, it's not. Damn. My answer to you is I wouldn't jump in and go crazy in the likes of the AK. I would stay away from it. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But if we keep seeing more and more and more being accepted, that would have been like maybe okay. But it's not the first new instance because, well, if I show you this, we've had several skins being produced recently, if you can see that properly. We had the SAR, the bow, the crossbow. They haven't been accepted, so it's kind of awkward at the moment. Kind of awkward. At the end of the day, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mishka and Svonspa. And then lastly, what do we have right here? It is the Arctic Protection Icepick. Here's another little trivia question. When was the last Icepick skin to be accepted? Well, what's your answer? Because the answer is, I do believe it is 2018. Because I actually managed to get a decent buy order on the Stinger Icepick. And for some strange... Oh, there you go. Salvaged Icepick, yeah. Isn't it weird how Salvaged Icepick has skins, but not the Salvaged X? But another thing you might want to notice is yeah, this hasn't had new acceptance for like 6 years. No, technically speaking, yeah, 6 years. 6 years. We're basically almost 6 years now, because this was accepted back on January 25th, 2018. Why did Facepunch suddenly say, nah, no more, we don't need any more? I don't know. But, well, I'll be honest with you, I mean, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't mind it, because they're getting very expensive now, aren't they? How often are you using an Icepick? Well, regardless, with the likes of this, it's also part of the Arctic Protection Collection, so this is only called Arctic Collection. And, well, if you've been watching the likes of Mr. William, or, you know, looking at the likes of his Twitter, he is not very happy with the likes of camouflage skins, is he? But this... oh, course, sorry. This is the same collection. As you can see here, it's located right here. We've had many other attempts for other skins being accepted, but that didn't work out, unfortunately. But if we were to see this being accepted, could it potentially have a spike in demand, spike in price for these pre-existing skins? Well, they're already doing good, all right? I'm not sure if a new weapon, well, tool skin is going to magically cause all of these to go up in price. It doesn't really match up, doesn't really connect very well with it, does it? But maybe people will probably look at it and think, well, with that Icepick being accepted, we could probably anticipate some more skins after this. So maybe there still might, maybe it still might have like a spike in demand, spike in price. Regardless, this is probably one of the best primitive burlap clothing sets you could probably get a hold of. I definitely would recommend, you know, buying it. But yeah, if William's struggling to compete with people in the snow environments wearing the likes of this, well, you too could probably want to consider buying. Anyway, point I'm trying to get across is good potential investment. I don't see the best connection from here to here, but I could see people probably wanting to jump in and buy it out a fair bit. As I said, expecting more after this. If that sounds appealing to you, go in, but I personally wouldn't really do that. But I already own a bunch of these, so I'm good. It's up to you what you do. So, yeah. If you like it, please consider voting yes or no. And like I said, that potentially could be the first Icepick skin to be accepted after 6 years. Best of luck to you, Mr. Demon. Right, scrolling down, we have a bow skin, a revolver, a Glock. Well, we're going to have to talk about that, won't we? Yes, we will. What's that doing? Okay, Hedge, you have done a very bad job of this. Okay, my apologies. I've got to clean that up as well. It's in the wrong order. Right, so what do we have here? It's the Chainsaw Bow, version 2, produced by Chris, from what you can see here. The tips and the bottom parts, all bridged and sharp like the chainsaw chains. So if you happen to like this approach, if you happen to like this use of transparency, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Chris. Then we have the second attempt for the Redemption Revolver. This is a collection continuation, and, well, you know how I am with the likes of revolver skins. Aimed on the sight, what do we see? Useful red aim sight. And, of course, that lovely looking cranberry red sheen. Yes, the return of the Redemption collection is here, and we now need to go ahead and discuss the situation with Redemption. Redemption. There we go. Spelled it wrong. Sorry. Right, so how's this holding up? Not the best, unfortunately. So like most skins that with this past post-Christmas, unfortunately, because it didn't really go super crazy, yeah, prices in general just didn't really go anywhere. Even the likes of this Tier 3 Armour started to struggle a bit. But if we were to see that Revolver potentially being accepted, I can't help but feel like maybe people probably wouldn't feel so down on it. Maybe they'll probably have a bit of a turnaround and think, well, okay, then if the Revolver just got accepted, maybe at some point we could see the likes of a version 2 for the Tier 2, right, Mr. Slononose? Hoodie and pants? Come on, do it. Okay, so regardless, it would definitely kind of put people in a better tune, and they'll probably think, oh yeah, no, this might work out all right. So maybe the prices might improve a fair bit then. You should also consider, when you look at the likes of this, go take a look at the likes of the actual Steam market, look at the listings. Are they all being... Oh my god, it is. Wow. Oh, wow. Look at the state of that. Well, that's not doing it any favours. I don't know why people do this. Why? Why? You're killing the price. Oh, dear. And yeah, take a look at the sales history. What do you see? It did quite alright at the very end of December. Then it went starting to go down. And I'm not surprised, because if you go see all those listings, it's going to probably put you off. Anyway, regardless. With the likes of the Revolver, is it going to have a massive, insane impact? No, not really. No. So maybe just don't go near this. Maybe that's the smarter approach. And as I hop over to here and take a look at the likes of this, revolvers, they tend to be very reliable investments. They're much better than Thompson's, he says. And then suddenly we get tons of revolver skins being accepted in 2024 and he ruins it. Yeah, I've had a bit of a damp... yeah, if you've seen my most recent video, talking about the likes of the Russ Thompson's, Thompson skins, over the past 8 months, I've been looking at Thompson's, and well, back in May of 2023, I thought they're going to be super reliable investments. You can buy them, hold on to them, wait until post-Christmas, they'll sell very well, you walk off with very good profits. Well, post-Christmas this year wasn't very good, and we ended up with tons of Thompsons being accepted, so there's a lot more options, which unfortunately negatively affects the prices of them. In short, not good at all. Hey, if you like it, as I said, please consider voting yes or no, and we'll see what happens next. But, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit hesitant. Right, best of luck to you, Mr. Sloneister. Right, Mr. Anaphen. I like the name and whatnot, but that's not a Glock. That's based on the 1911 Colt. Awkward. Yeah, Semi isn't based on a Glock. That's what the prototype is. The prototype's 17. So, yeah, that's not looking too thematically correct. But regardless, if you happen to like what you see, semi-automatic pistol emblazoned with the American flag. Oh yes, yeah, that's patriotic, I guess. Well, yeah, okay. I didn't know what to say next, so I'll just stop. Please consider voting yes or no if you happen to like the America Glock, even though it's not a Glock. Best of luck to you, Mr. Anaphen. Right, now we have Cactus and Yenlar's Road Warrior SAP version 1. Get a good look at that. It's a very, very used Or is it? Is it all rusted by design? Is it aesthetic? Or has it simply been used and battle-worn for many, many years? Who knows? But we've got a version 2 here. And, well, okay then, there's the paint. That's what it probably was supposed to look like. So, yeah, I guess you could say it definitely was battle-worn. And at the end of the day, if you happen to like what you see here, feel free to consider voting yes or no for the Road Warrior SAPs version 1 and version 2, and Caglin and Yenla. Remember, you've got to do an aim down the sight image so people can see the aim sight. Remember that for the future. All right? Okay, so best of luck to you two. If you happen to like it, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Right. That's not purple, that's pink. Is it? It's purple on the sides. I guess it's just the lighting. Dragvlad, sorry about that. So, this is the purple sap. Get a good look at that. And if we could do a nice little aim down the sight, thank you very much. Dragvlad knows what to do. Green aim sight. Perfect. Okay, that's cool. It's green with like black outline. Perfect for every single environment. So, if you happen to like that, if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Dragvlad. Then we have... Yeah, sorry. More saps, yes, sorry. We have Sunart's Tribal Sap. Get a good look at this. Same down the side. What do we see? It is a standard black aim sight. Nothing wrong with that. And as you can see from all the sides, a very nice, cool looking pattern. Do you like it? Do you enjoy what you see? Please consider voting yes or no for the Tribal Sap produced by Sunart. Best of luck to you. Right, and here is a brand new collection continuation, the newest Chameleon skin, produced by the likes of Mr. Milho Frito and Sakati Similias. Here we go to the video. Let's just pause it, make it super HD, and away we go. Looking at the state of this skin, my god, look at the holographic sheen, the greens, the purples. My face is itchy. Sorry. But yeah, look at the skin, appreciate the skin, look at that, so good, so nice. Even the aim sight happens to change colour, that's pretty funny. So yeah, this has held out quite alright. We'll take a look at the likes of this. So unfortunately, with the likes of Redemption, that has suffered a fair bit, but as I also mentioned, if the Revolver were to be accepted, people could anticipate more. And, oh yeah, that's what people like to see, the full set of it all along there. Very nice, very cool. Mr. Milho Frito clearly gets the idea. But, yeah, how is the likes of Chameleon holding up? The answer is... reasonably? Yeah, reasonably. This is fine. So, yeah, Chameleon SMG went down in price pretty quickly. It's a gun demand issue. We talked about that. In regards to all of these other skins, Thompson's down by 20%. That's unfortunate. Chameleon AR's not doing super great. Again, remember, look at the listings. And there is an 82 right there. Well, yeah, okay, so that seems to be a little bit screwed. Oh, wow. Wow. Why are people like this? Oh, yeah, surely this is going to work out all right for the skin if I just unload every single thing that I own. Okay, right, well, no. Yeah, so some are doing all right. Some not so much, unfortunately. But if we were to see a brand new skin being accepted, yeah, no, I feel like it could potentially have... put people in a bit of a more positive mindset, I guess you could say, at the very least. But don't unload all of your stock in one go. It's only going to cause people to undercut you, and the price goes down even lower, therefore making your profits even weaker. So... just sell in small batches. It's what I do. In fact, I'm doing it right now, I believe. If I quickly go over to here. If I just go to here. And, oh, I bought fracture cases. That's not what I wanted to do. Lot posted. There we go. This is what I wanted to share. Yes, I have been posting a whole bunch of skins. Still trying to sell all of the skins I have. And you will not see any batches higher than 5. And if you notice me putting down more, it's because they sold. And if I just could quickly verify that, so I've got to here. This is thanks to Steam Inventory Helper, by the way. So yeah, upload 100, please. Thank you. Yes, as you can see, I'm still selling skins. Whilst they're not selling for insane prices, it's not too hard to sell skins, but definitely the ones that have a lot more interest. The cool ones, I guess you could say. Right, anyway, back over to here. So the main point was, with the likes of the Chameleon collection, if we were to see the SAP potentially being accepted, I could see it having a bit of a positive demand boost. But in terms of price boost, in terms of like the AK, that's doomed. But maybe the bolt action and the SAR do a fair bit better. Let's go take a quick look at the Thompson. How you doing, Thompson? 77. I knew it. Okay, right. Well, in the long term, maybe things might work out a fair bit better. But you know what? Maybe just take a step back. Just take a step back. That's a bit unfortunate to see it that way. I thought Chameleon Collection would be doing a whole lot better, but unfortunately other people exist, and other people suck. If you like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too, and hey, maybe we get a very cool, nice, shiny looking set. And now we can talk about the Python. So this is the Evolution Python. Get a good look at this, aimed at a sight, useful white aim sight. Useful except in the snowy environments. And with what we see here, it's all nice, it's purple, and if you like the colour scheme, well, like I said before, with all the other weapon skins, please consider voting yes or no if you like it. Best of luck to you, Mr. Kavahu, and yep, that's the only Python skin for this week. Scrolling down, we can now talk about the likes of the SMGs, and then we can talk about Pump Shotgun, SAR, and then we have a ton of AKs to share. Right, so here's the Wire Custom SMG, sorry, SAM. If you get a good look at this on the side, it's all just bronze, it looks like. Oh, okay, it's all like wrapped up, like copper wire. Alright, fair enough, I can see what the design is. Fair enough. If you like what you see here, where's the aim down the sight image? If you like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no for the Wire Custom SMG. Then we have the AI Bot Custom SMG. What's this? We got a funny looking skin here, it seems. So if we could just take a look at the video, which should showcase it properly. What is the whole deal? So he's moving it. Ah, so when you move it, it's like holographic. Ah, okay. So the little face will change. That's really cute. And as you might have noticed, it's got a useful red aim sight right there. Okay, fair enough. Are you a fan of that? Do you like what you see? That's actually a very clever idea. Very nice stuff there, Mr. Jinocroco. Gentlemen, do you like what you see here? Please consider voting yes or no, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see the likes of that potentially being accepted in the future. Best of luck, sir. Next up, we have the Cold Steel MP5 aimed down the sight. What do we see? It is looking like a normal aim sight. Produced by Get a good look at this. Nothing too crazy in terms of being super colourful, but with what we have there, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Next up, we have the Iceberg Thompson. Definitely reminds me of the likes of the Cold Hunter Thompson, but this really does look like it's encased in ice, quite literally. And aimed down the sight, what do you see? It is basically just a white aim sight. And, well, if you're wanting to go with cold theme skins in the Arctic, that's not going to be super helpful because a white aim sight's going to clash with the snow, isn't it? That's going to be a little bit awkward. So, best of luck to you, Shaft. Gentlemen, if you happen to like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Shaft. Then we have a collection continuation to talk about. It is the return of the Concentric set. So looking at the state of this, the GIF isn't exactly super good. So let's just aim down the sight. What do we see? Standard aim sight color. And then get a good look at the side view. Here it is. Concentric Thompson. Let's go talk about the Concentric set. So how is that Concentric set? Let's go see. Is it doing alright? Not really. Nope. AK, not good. Tier 2, not good. MP5, not good. Yeah, it's not doing super great, unfortunately. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't really invest into the likes of the collection. And, well, Thompson by itself, it might do alright, but, yeah, it's a bit awkward. But, yeah, I wouldn't jump in and buy out all the concentric skins, expecting a Thompson to magically cause all of it to go up in price. It's unfortunate, but it's not going to really budge that much. So, at the end of the day, if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Confusion. Then we have Pixel Decay Pump Shotgun, produced by McQuarrie. Yes, we've recently seen the likes of the LR300 being accepted, the tools being accepted quite literally this week. Well, he's gone straight for the likes of a Pump Shotgun. Wasn't anticipating that. That's actually looking pretty interesting. Very nice, cool, colourful design. Pump Shotgun's not exactly a common skin, as we can see over here. Pump Shotgun. Thank you. That's what I wanted. There we are. Last year we got 4 of them, one being a Twitch drop. That's done alright. The others not so much. And then when you scroll down, you might notice a lot of these older ones. It used to be fairly common to see as a skin, but not so much anymore. Would the likes of this potentially have a positive impact on the likes of the Pixel Decay skins? Well, it only consists of weapons and tools. By default, I'm going to sit here and say no. And better yet, I'll sit here and say not worth the risk. Hey, these are still in the Rust store at the moment, and they're selling for 99 cents each. Cheap. And you could probably convert those into metal instantly, or keep them, you know, with more skins being produced, there very likely will be a full-fledged collection at some point. And if you happen to like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and consider voting yes or no for my queries. Pixel Decay, Pump Shotgun. I'm trying to find the aim sight. We don't have it, but it does have a red aim sight. Can you see it there enough? Yes, you can. Right, so yes, it does have a red aim sight. Best of luck to you, McQuarrie, and yeah, consider voting yes or no. Right, here we have the Buxar, produced by Slivkey, and yes, that certainly does look like a bug. He stares into your very soul. A very nice, unique-looking orange aim sight with all this bluey-purple design. Bit silly, bit goofy, but it does stand out quite nicely, doesn't it? So you're a fan of this? Do you like what you see? Well, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Slivkey. Let's see if this turns out alright and being accepted in the future roster. Right, so that was all the other skins before the AKs, and now it's time for the AKs. AK, AOK. It's time for an AK. And then we have some continuations. Yes, indeed we do. Right, so here is the King Cobra AK. Very nice, cool looking gold aesthetic with the Cobra. Very cool, very cool. Got a nice little GIF right here. Very cool looking design here, Mr. Heenon. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that correctly. If I didn't, feel free to point that out, sir. Sorry. But yeah, aimed down a sight. And it does appear to have a red aim sight. But unfortunately, he blurs it out. I can't get a good look if it does have a red aim sight. But I'm pretty sure it's definitely red. I'm pretty sure it is. So, at the end of the day, do you like snakes? Do you like gold? Do you like AKs? Feel free to consider voting yes or no for Heenon's King Cobra AK-47. Next up, we have the Jade Totem AR, produced by GBG and Kit. Yep, Kit. I had to take an extra look at that. But yeah, that's how it looks. And we don't exactly have the best... Yeah, okay, I guess that's probably good enough. Do you like it? What we don't have is a name down the sight image. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, it's too far to the right. That's why. My apologies. Red aim sight, very useful, with a lot of gold. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better. I just didn't notice us very far to the side. So, yep, much better in terms of looking at its colours. Do you like this? Are you a fan? Please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Then we have the Fire Croco. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Fire Croco? Oh, wow, yeah, he's spitting fire. Cool. Yes, if you happen to like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no for Mr. Lysane and Cobra's Fire Croco AK-47. Aimed down a sight. Damn it, why don't people do this? It's a rule. Red aim sight. Okay, good enough, fair enough. But yeah, you are supposed to take a picture of you aiming down the sight. I bet you it's down over here somewhere. There you go. That's on me. My apologies. But yeah, red aim sight. It should be red. It doesn't look like red there. There you go. That stands out a whole lot better. Yep. Perfect. Right. So, yeah, red aim sight. If you're a fan of it, like I said, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you too. Bad news. AK-47, produced by Mr. PYH. This is actually, look at, wow. Is this like comic style? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it looks cool. It's like torn up newspapers, I guess, or like, you know when you're like, when you take some, do you remember old pictures where you had to send them away and they'd like get worked on at the picture shop? I don't even remember the whole naming conventions and terms, but you get the idea. They had to like put them in the liquid and then leave them to dry. Kind of reminds me of how they like initially look. I'm not talking about nonsense, don't worry. Anyway, I'm old. Aiming down the sight. What do you see? Sorry, I'm so sorry, PYH. Feel free to comment for the to give us the actual references in regards to what was your inspiration. But yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, sir. Then we have the White Carbon AK-47. This was produced by Upor. Upor, yep. No Hyper Monster this week, just Upor. And yes, it's all white with a nice gold trim to it. Very nice. Very exquisite. Do you like that? Aimed on a sight. Very useful red aim sight right there. But it didn't come alone, no. We also saw the likes of the Black Carbon version as well. Yes. Get a good look at that. Very nice. Very cool looking aesthetic right there with all the gold sheen. And if you're a fan of it, please consider voting yes or no for Eber Carbon AK-47 produced by Upor. Best of luck to you, sir. Now we have the likes of the Demonic AK-47 produced by Mr. Vrona. This is a version 2. Get a good look at that. Yep. Do we have a name down the sight image? Yes, we do. What is it? It is a white aim sight. So, yeah, that's fine. Shouldn't be too bad. And if you're a fan of it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Vrona. Then we have the Plastite or Plastite. I don't know how to pronounce that. Should I just say plastic? We'll go with that. Plastic AK-47. Or is it? Oh, no, hang on a minute. Play-Doh. Play-Doh. That's it. Plasticine. Play-Doh? We'll just say Play-Doh. Anyway, yeah, red aim sight right there, which is very useful, which I could just point out because this doesn't have a lot of pictures, it seems. But yeah, if you want to have an AK made out of Play-Doh, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Multi-R-Hat Boris and Marco. Then we have a continuation to talk about. It is the Soul Eater AK-47, produced by the one and only Mr. Delroy. You can see how he came up with his design for his AK right here. Loads of teeth, scary looking eyes, the usual, so very nice, and aim down the sight. Aim down the sight. What do we see? The answer is a standard AK-47 aim sight. Oh, no, it's got a bit of red. Okay, yes, no, it's perfectly fine. A useful red aim sight right there. Good for pretty much every single environment. If you are a fan of this, please consider voting yes or no. But now we need to go ahead and talk about the likes of the Soul Eater collection. We've had the Revolver and the Saab being accepted. And if we could just go ahead and take a look at all of that. That's the wrong one. That was the SAP from ages ago. Revolver's doing good. Not surprised. Revolvers do usually do good in terms of retaining their value. That's nice to see. But that right there, not looking too great. Didn't sell that much though, so it seems to not crash super bad. But if we were to see a new weapon skin being accepted, would it magically cause both of these to go up in price? Probably not, no. It's a weapon-only collection, and unless it's well-beloved, such as the Redemption Collection or the Chameleon Collection, it's probably not going to do a good job retaining its value. And yes, I know we looked at those collections earlier, and they're not doing too good at the moment. They were doing a lot better just a few months back. So overall, I don't think the AK is going to magically cause the other skins to go up in price. I do. I don't. I wouldn't stay away. So it's up to you if you want to still jump in. But regardless, if you like what you see here, feel free to go ahead and vote yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Delroy. And then we have a second version. So they come with and without stock. Right, this is different. Eros has returned to the El Diablo collection. We have stock and no stock version. Get a good look at that. That looks really cool. And I do believe we also have a nice useful red aim sight. If I could just get the... We don't have the picture. Alright, do we see a bit of red there? It's red tip there. Yeah, so it's got a red aim sight. It does have a red aim sight. Very awkward to see. But yeah, I can confirm from what I could see there, it does have it. So yeah, El Diablo collection. What did you consist of? Basically exactly like what we just talked about, but this did have like 2 deployables. Was it 1 or 2? 2, alright. Wooden door, small box. They didn't hold up, unfortunately. But we're here to talk about the actual collection as a whole, and originally only consisted of weapons, and yeah, it didn't hold up very well, unfortunately. So, would the likes of an AK-47 change everything? Not really, no, sorry to say. New weapon being introduced to a weapon-only collection isn't expected to do much unless it's special, and unfortunately, that's not special. The prices aren't holding up, unfortunately. So, awkward, but at the end of the day, if you like the design, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you will, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Eros. Then we have the last weapon/tool skin to talk about today. This is the Banger M249. We have returned to the Banger collection. Do you think this is an absolute banger? Right, so if you can remember the old gimmicks with the likes of the, finger gun, shooting the bullets with the cartoony faces, and the very nice colourful design of it all. Bang! Yes, indeed. Bang, bang, bang. Aimed on the sight. What do you have right here? A very useful red aim sight. Now let's go take a look at the likes of the Banger collection. Only bangers, gentlemen, only bangers. And what do we have? So, it's not holding up very well, unfortunately. I do believe one of these skins was being manipulated not too long ago. I can't remember which one. It might have been the SAR. Can't remember. Anyway, weapon-only collection. By default, don't expect much because, unfortunately, they don't usually hold up And it's also an M249. Individually, it probably won't do a good job holding up as well. It's unfortunate to say, but it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, nice to see a continuation appearing, but unfortunately, I don't imagine it's going to help out the rest of the skins, and I don't imagine they're going to do super crazy. It is unfortunate. So, if you like it, regardless, if you like it, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Michael and CD. So, gentlemen, I just went through all the weapons and the tool skins. Which one was your favourite? Which one do you reckon has the best potential chance and potentially being accepted in a future Rust store? I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to start talking about the likes of clothing and the armour. So, 99 skins this week, and I'm already 1 hour and 15 minutes in. Oh, I'm probably going to have to do my old. Do you remember that approach where I just only really looked at the likes of the collection continuations? I was like, here's the skin. All right, moving on. Here's the skin. Moving on. Here's the skin. Moving on. I might have to do that again. It's getting too long, and I know people don't appreciate it. But at the very least, at the very beginning of the video, I did say, look in the description. Look at the chapters. Oh well. People still complain. Right then, people, shall we go ahead and talk about the likes of the clothing and the armour? Let's jump in. So we got some primitive skins here, and very notable ones indeed. So, first up with the likes of the faceless bandana with its chestplate. Get a good look at this. This is produced by Mr. Zverand. Very straightforward, standard approach. Black and white. Bit of a goofy face. Zverand, I will give this to you. I don't think face punch like realistic, like faces or mouths and whatnot, being put on skins. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I've seen many other attempts like this in the past, and it's kind of messed up their chances of being accepted, as in they didn't get accepted. Awkward. If you want to go through that again and make it look as if it was like drawn on with like chalk or something, like make it look as if it was quite literally DIY, yeah, it probably would be a whole lot better of a chance of potentially being accepted. Regardless, if you have to like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Mr. Zverand. Right, and what do we see here immediately? It is a continuation for the Cursed Primitive Collection. So, let's get a good look at this. We have the likes of the Boonie hat and the hide booties. Right, so what do we quite literally have here? It's the Cursed Hide clothing from the current week. For some reason, it's coloured blue. Anyway, looking at the state of this collection, when these two skins were accepted, we did see both of these spike in demand and spike in price. That was very nice. Very cool to see. But will it hold? Well, if we keep seeing more and more collection continuations, for sure it will hold. But overall, if we get like a full-fledged proper collection, that is looking really good. Full-fledged proper primitive collections do a very good job of retaining their value. Literally just a little bit earlier when we looked at the Icepick, that was the Arctic Protection collection. Those skins have held up very nicely because it's a full collection. So if we were to see these Cursed Boonie hat and hide shoes being accepted, yes, you're definitely going to see these spike in demand, spike in price. For sure, 100%. I am probably considering grabbing a bunch of these. They have not sold that much, especially when you compare it to like the previous skins. We don't have many, and well, this has sold significantly less compared to the Pirate Collection, and Pirate Collection held up very nicely. Whereas this is cheaper, well, half the price and more, and it's basically another full black set. So, hey, we'll find out, won't we? We will find out. But overall, do you like it? Do you appreciate it? Do you reckon that looks really nice for a primitive collection? Well, gentlemen, I will ask you, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you, Zinc and Gunya. And I do look forward to what's coming next. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay, so, in regards to this, Cursed Hide, you could probably play it an extra, a little bit safer, like just do a very strong barge on it and whatnot. You know, that'll still work out for probably a decent profit. But Cursed Hide pants and shirt literally were accepted, literally the week after the previous Cursed skins. I can't help but imagine we very likely will see maybe a bit of a break in between, but then maybe see the likes of the Boonie hat potentially being accepted afterwards and whatnot with the hide shoes. We'll see. But if it were to be accepted, I do expect very nice profits potentially. It's all a matter of if. So we'll find out as what goes on from here. But if you want to go ahead and buy some of these, I don't blame you, because I'm even considering it, especially with the idea that the Boonie hat and the boots very likely could appear afterwards. So Cool. Moving on, we have King Crab Tier 2. Get a good look at that. Very nice, very cool. All red, covered in seaweed, got some barnacles all over it, got a starfish. Very nice to look at. Do you like what you see? Are you a fan? Well, gentlemen, could you please consider voting yes or no? Best of luck to you, Mama and Frog. Where's the pincers? Road sign gloves. Road sign gloves. Yes, you need the pincers, the claws, the clamps. Sorry. Right, and this is where we talk about a continuation. This right here is the return of the Thundergold Tier 2. It's a version 2. So this has been tweaked. Yes, it has. Let's get a good look at the lighting here. Very nice. Now, considering that we had a fairly tame week this week in regards to It's Trust and Rust, there's some charity skins. I was under the impression Facepunch didn't want to accept some extra skins that were going to potentially overshadow them in terms of interest. Basically, we didn't see anything like Legacy Kevlar. I can't help but feel like we potentially might be seeing some very cool looking skins this upcoming Thursday. Facepunch wants to get that money whilst loads of people are playing. Thundergold is definitely like a really good option. Like, if you go over to here, go take a look at the State of the Whiteout collection. Pretty much all the skins in this collection has peaked very, very recently. New all-time high prices. But when you look at the likes of Thundergold, you could probably respect that it's potentially a nice budget whiteout set, especially especially the potential kilt. Right, Tier 3 has still held up quite nicely, especially with prices starting to slump. If we do get this version 2, I am definitely looking forward to it, 100%. But based on what we have here, I can't help but expect something very interesting is going to get picked this upcoming Thursday. Will it be Legacy Kevlar, Thundergold, whiteout burlap clothing? We did mention it earlier. Maybe all of it. If they added all of it, oh my god, that would be amazing. So overall, very cool, very nice looking aesthetic. And if you're a fan of it, I will ask you, gentlemen, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you more for some micro. But the point is, if we were to see that new core piece being accepted, 100% for sure, it's definitely going to cause the likes of that Tier 3 armor to go up in price, and even those boots and gloves, which have gone down a fair bit as well. So yeah, definitely something to look out for. Right, scrolling down, here we have the last batch of skins. We've got a whole bunch of Tier 3 armor to take a look at, and that'll be all. So, this week, Vase has produced a Tier 3 set, but he couldn't figure out which colour he liked most. So, with Mr. Lynx, they've produced the Inner Demon Tier 3 armour. Get a good look at that. That's some good lighting right there. We'll go with that one. So, that looks pretty nice. That looks pretty interesting. But like I said, he couldn't figure out which one he wanted. So, here you go. We've got a green one now. Yes, Mr. Lynx and Mr. Vase didn't know which one was potentially going to do best. So I ask you, which one's your favourite? Do you like the green version? Or how about I hop over here and take a look at the likes of the red version? Yes, there's a red version as well. Get a good look at that. So it's like very reptilian, very scaly. Pretty interesting, but which one is your favourite? Well, you've got to consider voting yes or no for any of them. It's up to you. So best of luck to you, Vase and Lynx. We'll see what people consider. And now, here is the last skin pair to show off for this video. It is the Old Bull Metal Tier 3. Old Bull Tier 3, sorry, when I say metal, I was reading all along, but I wanted to say Tier 3, so I messed it up. So yeah, oh wow, cool, he's got like a goal. Don't kick me, I'm not Bull. You kick him, do it. You know you want to. Right, so this is produced by Alloy, Lift Vine, and Hook, and wow, okay, fair enough. That's a really cool little showcase there. So, he didn't even dive for it. He didn't even dive for it. Guys, I'll give it to him. In terms of the inspiration, it's not too hard to notice. In the shape of a football. Don't you start, American, shut up. So, yeah, it's not too hard to figure out what the reference is. So, if you happen to like what you see here, you know what? They should have released that in the summer when it's like the Euros and the Copa America and whatnot. That probably have been smarter. Hey guys, it's something for you to consider. Regardless, anyway, if you like what you see here, please consider voting yes or no. Best of luck to you three. And gentlemen, that was the final pair of skins to talk about for this video. It was quite a long video, but it was quite a lot of skins. 99 skins this week, a lot more compared to what we saw over the past few weeks, and there's still expected to be more in the future. I'm running out of breath, I am. I might just die. Right. So, is there anything to talk about? I could probably go over to here and say, grab those Twitch drops whilst you still can. You've got a few more days left. Consider buying the charity skins. They're only available for the remaining few days, and once the Rustor is rotated, they're gone. No longer will they be available because they're not marketable and tradable. And of course, generic drops, if you're confused in how to get these, if you've already received your drops from the likes of H-June, Blueprint, the captains, or the players, right, you could just watch them again, and that would contribute to general drops, all right? Or watch someone who's not actually affiliated with the event, like me if you want to, and you'll get the drops through me. So, yeah, you can do that. But in regards to what happened here with these charity skins, I can discuss this. So what happened is they've accidentally set free skins here as charity skins when they're not. As you look over to here, you know how I kept saying, don't worry guys, this is just an SEMM issue. Well, Bipolar Penguin, guy behind SEMM, actually approached me and said, no, these are actually set as charity skins. These skins are non-tradable and non-marketable. That being the Pirate Garage Door, the Abyss Roadstone Gloves, and the Royal M249. Face Punch made an oopsie. I don't know what's going to happen after all of this, but tomorrow I am expecting that there are no abnormals. I will be streaming regardless, just in case. But we might have an issue where you cannot sell these after you bought them. Yeah. Yeah. I know, very silly, very awkward, but yeah. So we're going to find that out on Thursday, because there's a very likely instance that Face Punch probably will fix it on the day. I do hope they are fully well aware of this. So yeah, if you bought those skins, you might be in a bit of a surprise when you find out when they're supposed to become marketable and tradable, if they become marketable and tradable. And because of that screw up, we don't have abnormals this week, so get mad. Regardless, these are sold very, very nicely. These were changed. We noticed that the workshop pages for these changed, and we noticed that the likes of the Thompson aim sight got tweaked. That's not cool, but we don't know how many are sold because SEMM was tracking the original workshop page, so we don't know how many of those are sold. But these are sold like a lot, like a very nice amount. So if you did buy some of these skins, props to you. Thank you very much for helping out. All proceeds from the charity skins do go towards the likes of cancer research, so it's all for a good cause. So if, you know, with the last few days, if you haven't bought any, consider doing so. Like I said, they are not going to return. They are only available for this week, and you cannot buy them and or trade for them in the future because they're not going to have that ability. All right then. So, yep, that's it. That's everything. I don't think there's much else to scream and shout about. Don't forget to keep an eye on the likes of the commits. Commits? Yeah, what the hell? It broke. Oh no. Oops. That wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. Looks like the commits are down now. So, yeah, that happened. Okay, cool. So, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all had a lovely stream. And, yeah, what do you reckon might potentially be accepted for the next Rustor? As I said, with what appears to be purposely picked out tame skins, are we going to have some ridiculous picks for this next Rustor? And what would you consider being ridiculous picks? Feel free to comment below. I would love to hear what your opinions are. And with that, like I said, thank you very much for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. Catch you all later. And I will be streaming tomorrow. Even if we don't have abnormals, it's still good to sit here and discuss what prices we might want to offer for these skins. Catch you later. Bye.